Hey, what's going on, everybody? Movie fam here, and it must be ladies' night or something, because nothing but females in the room, so...
Yeah, we know this.
Boom! Boom. So, yes, I am here with, of course, you guys all know, Misery Black. Boom.
What up?
Got my lovely girlfriend, Maya, right here. And, of course, we got two of the corn children here. We got Natalie Myers.
Two of the 90.
And, of course, Lady Gaga. So, say what's up, everybody. And,
Hello.
so we're going to go ahead and just get right into this thing. Now, last week, I asked top three. It was, what was your top three favorite twist in a horror movie? And, boom, got a lot of responses. And I'm not gonna lie, I forgot a lot of these. Like, you know, when I came to my top three, and I'm not changing it, I'm keeping my top three. But, like, I was like, holy shit, I forgot about this movie, I forgot about this twist, and yeah, so, first we got Owen Neal, he hit us up. And, his three was Sleepaway Camp. Holy shit, I forgot about that one. Big twist, love it. Friday the 13th. Now, it's interesting because I don't want to say anything on these, even though they do fall in that 10-year buffer I always throw out there. Because they are, I mean, they are twisted movies, you know, and I'm not reviewing them. But Friday the 13th, I'm curious, like, you know, what twist exactly? Because when the 13th Wolfman, spoiler alert for later on in this top three thing, you know, he mentioned, you know, Friday the 13th as well, but he mentioned more like the ending, like the last scare of the movie.
Specify
whereas
which
my,
one
well, no, I did tell him that. I didn't or specify. I mean, you know, you don't give anything away. But like Friday 13th. To me, when I thought about the initial twist, was when you find out that who the killer is. Even though it's not really a twist, I guess. I don't know. But to me, when I think of the twist, I'm like, because you know, it's obviously that you know, in order to say you don't really get anything away, or I guess it is. But you know, Mrs. Voorhees is the killer in the first Friday 13th, not Jason. But yeah, he said Friday 13th, and then of course his number one, what I got written there? Pieces. Sorry, my handwriting is atrocious. He said number one's Pieces. I have not seen Pieces, but yeah, I'm curious, so I definitely want to check that out. So thank you, Owen. Appreciate that, man. WT Sky Dark hit me up. He said number three, Psycho, and I totally agree. In fact, I've only seen the first two Psychos, and I remember being like, I watched them when I was very young. And I was just blown away by both of them. I just remember, like, I don't know if it's because I was a kid or what, but I just remember, like, both of them was, like, effing with my head big time. But yeah, threw Psycho out there. Number two, High Tension. Yes, another twist ending. I forgot about that movie, too. Effing brilliant. Oh, my God, brilliant. And then there's one that would almost be my number three. In fact, this is so close with the others that I probably should throw it in there. His number one was Saw. And yes, the very end of that blew my mind. Like, I'm literally, like, my head explodes. Literally, she saw it.
Yes.
She actually had to clean it up, and I felt bad for her, but
Not a
thank you, Misery, for that, by the way. I do appreciate that. But yeah, so, boom, that's his number three. Ghostface Kid 101 comes up. Now, before we get into this one, last week, somebody over here was just mouthing.
People need to learn how to take a freaking joke.
And now, I'm not trying to stir anything up, because he was very good, you know, sport about it. You know, he didn't really, you know, he's like, you know, but he did write down, I thought this was pretty funny. I don't know if you saw the comment he left, but he goes,
I think.
He said something like, you know, basically to the effect of, you know, the only thing that you can run is your mouth, and I thought that was hilarious. Kid, keep it up, buddy.
I don't run, obviously.
Keep it up.
What are you talking about?
Don't let her bully you at all. That goes for everybody out there.
People seriously need to learn how to take a joke.
I didn't notice that Misery is in a bad mood at least one show a month.
You think?
At least one show a month. I don't know.
Is this a feminism joke?
What? And anyway, so, yeah, so you probably just caught her on that one bad show a month.
Actually.
I don't even know. Stop. I don't even I'm just joking.
You brought it up.
So, anyways, we got the two corn children just like, what the hell's going on here? So, don't worry about it, guys. You're good. Anyways, but yeah.
Give it a few years.
But no, hey, I love your name, buddy, and I know this guy pretty well, actually. We're pretty good friends on Facebook, so I got your back, buddy. Don't worry about that. So anyway, the Ghostface Kid 101 threw up. He also threw up Psycho as well. Boom. His number, he said number two was The Collection. And yeah, dude, the ending to that was pretty crazy, actually. So, boom. And number one, oh yeah, and this is another one that this is one of those I kind of forgot about, but I must agree, Scream. Yes, when you find out, who the killers are at the end of that one. So, yeah. Now, 13th Wolfman hit me up. And he actually hit me up with the top 5. Like, he just came out and said, like, he's just like, I'm going to throw out 5. And I'm cool with that, buddy. Hey, we go way back. You're like one of my, you're out of the 4 people that watch the show, you're, one of the main 4, so I appreciate that.
I love the chainsaw.
Dude, yeah, I wrote that down. Yeah, the chainsaw, I agree, dude. That was hilarious. I was like, yes. I go back, yes.
Just to be goofy, and I was like,
last week, I asked, I said, throw out some impersonations for me, or not impersonation, favorite quotes. And also, Ghostface Kid threw out some too, and he threw out some really good ones. What's your favorite scary movie? Here's Johnny. He threw out some classics. And then, of course, 13 Wolfman did the same thing. He threw out some. And then he throws in a chainsaw. He's like, that's my impersonation of a chainsaw. And I'm like, yes, that was awesome. So
he was like, I'm just doing this to be goofy. And I was like, what?
No, it's all good, though. I literally laughed when I saw that.
That was great.
But he said his top 5 was, at number 5, Friday the 13th. And he was referring more to the, last kill, or the last scare of the film. At number 4, and I have not seen this yet. In fact, I'm really behind on my Italian horror. I'm not going to lie to you.
Italian, that sounds...
Yes, The Bird with the Crystal Plumage. And yeah, he threw that out there. At number 3, and this is one that I should have... this is a good one. I forgot all about it. April Fool's Day. Yes, love the twist at the end of that. Good twist. Like, this is a good one. 2, I have not seen this, but he's mentioned it a couple times now. And he actually mentioned that in the video. Race with the Devil. Yes, I need to see this.
He's mentioned that whenever it was your favorite road horror.
Yeah, he threw it in there. So. And he's actually, I've already mentioned it a couple of his videos too. Like, I've actually heard him talk about it. So, and then yeah, his number 1 was Sleepaway Camp. So yes, and yeah, she just reminded me there. Yeah, 13 Wolfman. He before he made a list for Billick. And some movies that he wanted him to check out. So, but this time he actually kind of included the Corn Children, you guys, some of your brothers and sisters, and yeah, and Misery Black as well. So he made us a little list. So we got the list right here, my man. And
I will honestly work on this.
Out all of them, she probably will.
I will.
She probably will. So
you have my
not
word
talking
on
about
this.
about you guys, and I'm sure you guys will probably check out some of these, right?
You have my word on this. I will actually work on
Yeah,
this.
I think the most honest response I got out of you right there. But yes.
6 of them, I will search for the others.
So, but thank you, 13 Women. That means a lot. So, this week, I didn't even tell what movies we're doing this week. Because I don't have them, and that's why I totally slipped my mind. This week, we're reviewing, we'll get back to the top 3 in a second. Yeah, of course, at this point, you guys already know because the title is up there, or it's down there now. Either way, you guys already know what we're doing. But anyways, I'll go ahead and throw it out there. We're reviewing Bay of Blood, also known as Twitch of the Death Nerve, and The Monster. The Monster. We're doing The Monster. I was going to say Silent Classic, but I'm not going to go that far with it, and we'll get to the review later. But anyway, so I was like, okay, what top 3 can I do that, can tie in these? And I was like, okay, top 3 silent horror films. Now, the thing is, there's not very, there's quite a few out there, but clearly this is going to be one that we're going to probably see a lot of repeats on there. Like, a lot of people probably have these, probably these 3 I'm going to throw out there. However, 13 Wolfman always kind of throws a curveball at me. Like, he normally goes with, he'll try to go obscure. And I always appreciate that, man, because I always know, I'm going to learn something new whenever I watch your videos. So for me, the top 3 silent horror films are, at number 3, I throw out Nosferatu. I'll be honest with you, the first time I watched this movie, I didn't care for it. I just was not big on it. At that point, I've seen Dracula, or many versions of Dracula so many times that when I got to Nosferatu, I just didn't care. I was like, I already know the story. It was later on, I rewatched it. Damn good movie. And yeah, loved it more and more each time I watched it. At number 2, I'm going to butcher this name, because I don't know how to pronounce this, but I'm going to try my best. The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. Yeah, you know what I mean. Awesome. And that actually has a pretty good twist at the end of that, too. I forgot about that twist, actually. But yeah, no, damn good movie. And then my number 1, and it should be no surprise because I took my name from this guy, The Phantom of the Opera. Boom. I love that movie. In fact, it's my favorite opera, Phantom of the Opera version of all of them. Like, even that silent, that's a silent classic right there. And dude, Lon Chaney's the fucking man in that movie. So boom, there it is. There's my top 3. So before I even throw it out there, you guys. I know I'm really reaching on this one. Have you guys seen any silent films? I'm gonna say silent films in general, but then silent horror movies.
I've seen Phantom of the Opera.
You seen Phantom of the Opera? All right. The corn children are just like, what? There's silent
What's
movies?
silent?
What do you mean?
Okay, silent movies back in the teens and 20s, and even
Like
a little bit in the 30s.
19.
They had basically they were movies, but they didn't quite have sound down pat yet. So basically, it was like you've seen people walking. What they did was, instead of talking, they would have these little pictures, like these little title cards come up. So you see the guy going like this, and then it come up on the screen. You know, where's the laundromat? They didn't have laundromats back then, did they? Fuck it. Anyway, so they say something like that, you know, and then that's how they did. That's how he told the story. And then in the old days, they'd actually have like a live person there in the theater playing the organ or piano or whatever. Now, if you watch them now, they have their own soundtrack and everything. But yeah, so I don't think I'm calling shenanigans right now.
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans. So. Okay, well, which one did you see?
Like that Star Wars
I don't mean the call out Lady Gaga. Lady,
Girl?
which one have you seen? Describe it to me even.
What happened in it? What was it
We
about?
cut you in a lie, didn't you? You know, the good one here, Natalie Myers, who's like the good child of the corn children.
If that's possible.
I'm not lying.
You're not like,
Explain to us.
okay. Not trying to call you out. I'm
I
sorry.
am.
What you thought? You did say that. You did say I thought I seen one. Okay. All right. I'm sorry.
Well, do you
What?
think you know
I
what's
thought.
wrong?
If I did, then I forgot what
What was?
movie it
All right. Fair enough.
I never seen one.
All right, Maya.
Phantom of the Opera.
You saw Phantom of the Opera?
Yeah.
What'd you think of it?
Good.
Good?
Yeah.
There was a hesitation there. What's the hesitation for? Bored with it? You got bored? You're like,
Haven't seen it in a while.
haven't seen in a while. All right, Misery? What do you think of it?
I love it.
You like it?
Yeah, it's
All
good.
right. So I want to know what are your favorite top 3 silent horror films. Now, as you know, you can hit me up. Personal
Nope.
message.
There's no such thing as personal
Boom.
message.
Of course, my fan friends over on
there's no such thing as
Facebook
personal.
hit me up over there.
Facebook is stupid.
You can leave a
It's a bunch of
comment
faggots on there.
right down below.
Comments are decent.
And of course, you know,
Comments are better than everything else.
Gmail or moviefam7
Gmail-
at gmail.com.
Email is so stupid. Like,
And
why
of
don't
course,
you write a
go
letter?
ahead and say it, guys.
Write a letter.
Go ahead and say it. What's the last way? Video response. So, boom. You know what I love about doing the show with you is like initially it would throw me off and I'm trying to like talk over you. But now like, we've done the show so much together that we just have like a perfect, you know, I know how to say my lines and then you can just say over it.
Yes.
We work it out pretty good together.
We really do.
Top.
Woo,
Boom.
that
So,
was horrible.
that was a horrible high five.
That was a horrible high
Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, the fan's been busy as shit this week. And I have not been on the internet that much. In fact, a lot of the video responses we got today, I just approved today as we're filming this. Like, so, I mean, I literally just have not had a chance to be on the. And I'm not gonna lie, next week probably the same way. So I have not got any news
He's
stories.
pathetic. He doesn't
at all.
love you.
And,
Neither does your mother.
oh, you guys know that's not true. Fam always loves his fans. Loves the viewers. I do.
Okay,
Sometimes.
he really does. Without you, he probably would have already killed himself.
Already, yeah. You gotta keep me away from the rope and the noose. You gotta keep me away from the noose. Pet Cemetery style in the basement. Yeah, that's how fam rolls. So, anyways, yes. So no news this week, but there are a couple movies coming out this week. Oh, we all love the new movies coming out. We got Hansel and Gretel, Witch Hunters.
That looks
Where
so friggin' stupid. Oh
Basically,
my God.
it's just kind of a different take
Hansel.
on the whole, like, you know,
Good Lord.
Hansel and Gretel. Like, you know, we all know the fairy tale thing. Well, now they are hunting witches. So, yeah, I'll be honest with you. I'm not feeling this at all.
I don't think anyone is.
Well, the thing is, like, I don't like...
It
Like, I
has too
hate
much-
they like parade movies like this as horror films. I hate that.
It has too
And
much of like a.
It's too action packed.
It looks too much
I-
like Resident Evil. Like it just like
I like
the
the-
trailer.
I like Resident
looks-
Evil, though.
I do too, but it looks too much like
I think-
Resident Evil. Like
Here's my problem with it.
it's not. It doesn't work well.
It's like every one of these movies, Van Helsing, I'll even go Underworld, Hansel and Gretel, Vampire Hunters, the Priest. It's like they have the same. Like they're all like
basic.
decked out like in like leather, and they're like they got gadgets. Like they all have like James Bond style gadgets. Like in this one, they have like a crossbow that splits into two sides. They can shoot sideways. When will that ever really be useful? Except for this one time when they happen to run at you like this. Really, you're just like I ain't gonna aim. Really, I don't know. I don't dig. I can't. And it just I don't know. I did like Van Helsing.
Yeah.
But that's just because I like universal horror, and I just love seeing these monsters back on the big screen. Other than that, it wasn't that great of a movie. Like, I'll admit that. Like, I'll be the first to admit, like, it's not a good movie by any stretch of imagination. It's entertaining. It's useless popcorn filler, but it's not like, it's not good. And I don't know, this one just seems like the same thing. Like, you're going into this movie, lower your expectations, or if you're a child, you'll love it if you're a kid. But yeah.
I doubt it, because they would probably get slightly frightened.
You think you'd be frightened? Horror children don't get scared easily, though. But we'll get to one of them. We'll get to one of them they got scared, but we'll get to that here in a minute.
Oh, God.
But anyways, yeah, we got a story for you guys. We'll
He's
get
not
to
even
it.
here, and
We'll
we're still
get to
gonna...
it. Okay. And then also, this is going to be a limited release thing. I think it's already out on video on demand, but it's getting a theatrical release. And this is the movie that I am really looking forward to. In fact, like I've been doing my DVD collection lately, so we all know the Phantom has more than just horror movies in his collection. I'm a fan of all film. So at the beginning of every year, I always make out my top 10 must-see movies of the year. And surprisingly, last year, not a lot of horror popped up on my, countdown. This year, a lot of horror did. But this is one of those that just slept in there. Like, I am really pumped for this movie, and that is John Dies at the End. Don Coscarelli, dude, he does not disappoint me, ever. The dude just does not disappoint. Yeah, we've already talked about it before. I'll bring it up a little bit more again. The movie's basically about this new drug. It's a hallucinogen called soy sauce. And when you take it, you have this out-of-body experience. If you whatever you want to call it, your soul leaves your body. Either way, and you literally travel time and space.
Did you know that if you drink a whole bottle of soy sauce in one sitting, it can kill you?
Really?
Really.
Well, that's maybe where you got the idea for this.
Probably.
And so what happens is, though,
That'd be cool.
when you come back, it may not be you coming back. So you got
different souls to different bodies, type
pretty
thing?
much. And so now
That's
it's
weird.
like different dimensions. So you got like aliens from other dimensions in the body, but it's up to these two college dropouts, and this is where the comical aspect comes into, and they have to save the world. And of course, I just love when you hear the voiceover dude on the trailer go, "Don't spoil the ending for anybody," and then the movie's called John Dies at the End. I love that. Like, you just know. Like, in fact, if he does not die at the end, I'm gonna be so disappointed. I ain't gonna lie. I'll be like, "Oh, John." Paul Giamatti's in it.
Oh.
Dude, it just looks awesome. Like, the first trailer I saw was not comical. It was more dark, surreal. It had like a David Lynch feel to it. Like, not directing style, but just tone. It just had a very Mulholland Drive, bizarre, what the fuck's going on kind of feel. This last trailer had a comical. It had more of a Bubba Hotep feel to it. And I'm just like, either way, I'm down. Like, I just can't wait. Angus Scrimm's in it. I hope we get to see Reggie Bannister in it as well. I hope we can see like a lot of like the, Don Coscarelli regulars. So yeah, John Dies at the End. The good thing about limited release movies is they usually come out pretty quick on DVD. So hopefully this will be out soon and I'll be able to watch it and tear it up. Now speaking of new releases, we got out of the graveyard this evening, and we watched a new release.
Got my ticket right here.
Boom. Me and Maya's like when you go out on a date, and Misery Black, we go knock on her thing, and we went to the, we even went to the cornfield, and we was like, we want to bring the corn children along. The thing is, corn children, you never know which ones are there. Like, literally, the cornfield's huge, and they're always fucking running around. But Billick showed up, and he's like, I want to go with you guys. And I was like, you know what, you can't say no to these guys. Like, these guys are like the mob. You say no.
They'll haunt you if you say no.
Dude, yeah, they'll fuck you up big time. So anyways, it was me, Maya, Misery, and Billick. And you should see the looks we got. Like, I know, like, it's kind of touchy because of, certain shootings and everything. But you walk in with a mask, people freak out. It wasn't hard to find a place. We found a pretty good seat, actually.
Very good.
They cleared out really quick. We watched Mama, as you saw on the ticket stub. And we all know the story of Mama. It came, I've been talking about last week. Where basically, these two children, they, were in the wilderness for like 5 years. And, their uncle adopts them. And, of course,
under his loving
Mama follows them. All right. I'll throw my review out there real quick. I remember last week I even said that I figured that trailer looked really good, so the movie would probably be shit because this is Guillermo del Toro. Not all of them. I'm really hard for that just for one freaking movie, actually. That's just Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. That's unfair, actually, because he's actually a really good director, and he's a good storyteller, and he didn't even direct or anything on this. He just produced it. But anyways, that's the only thing. That movie just left a bad taste in my mouth. It was actually really good.
Did you just say that movie left a bad taste in your mouth?
Don't Be Afraid of the Dark.
Oh.
Yeah, it did leave a bad taste in my mouth. No, this movie was really good. I'm not gonna give anything. I'm gonna say nothing that way. Effects were hit or miss, but dude, the acting top notch, storytelling top notch. Now I honestly didn't jump. I got witnesses.
Oh,
No,
whatever. You're a freaking liar.
Yeah, I was screaming all
It's
the time.
dark in that theater. Okay?
But no, I mean, but the scares were good.
Okay, no matter how dark it is, you could not conceal.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. We'll hit all our reviews and then we'll hit that. Anyways, but no, the scares were actually pretty decent though. It had a creepy, it had a dark gothic feel throughout, and of course, it is like most Guillermo del Toro movies. It's a dark fairy tale. At the end of the day, that's exactly what it is. So if you kind of know what to expect from his movies, anyways, you won't be disappointed with this. I mean, but yeah, I dug it. Maya, what do you think? Go ahead and
Good.
Well, I loved it.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Sweet, you gotta project your voice. My angel is always just she's shy. She's still shy. You think after going to a
Is this like
theater,
your third episode or second?
third, I think. Isn't it?
Third.
It's your third one. Yeah, you've done it 3 times. So, but you liked it. You thought it was real
Yeah.
good. All right. Anything else to add to that? Or
I recommend it.
recommend it. All right. Misery.
Well, like I noticed a lot of like jump scares, but then, like that's mostly what it is.
Yeah, yeah. I
A
mean,
lot
don't
of
get me
it's just
wrong.
like boom.
Except I will say this: the kids, creepy. And
Freaking, oh my
I don't want to say
God.
anything, but there's certain scenes like these kids. You see on the trailer. You see the kids crawling on the trailer.
Yeah.
Dude, it's just so creepy, and there's just a
Like,
certain scene.
The whole twitching thing just kind of
Yeah.
freaks me out. Like just.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Oh.
I'm sorry now. It was great. If anything got me in that movie, it'd be the kids. They're just really creepy.
But then like they warm up.
Yeah. I mean, that's the whole movie in general. I mean, if I had one, I won't even say that. I recommend it. So we're saying recommendations across the whole couch here.
Definitely.
So boom. However, now as we was joking earlier, like I said, now
Oh,
you'd
good
admit you
Lord.
jumped a couple times, right?
I do admit that I did.
Maya,
jump a
did
few
you jump?
times.
Yeah.
Twice to count.
Now, if I'm sitting there and I'm holding Maya, there was one person sitting next to me that I honestly thought that this corn child, who has done some crazy shit. I mean, this kid, he's creepy.
They all are.
Oh my God! I thought he was gonna cry in the theater. I'm gonna call him out. I would probably go easy because I think he refused the show tonight because of Mama.
Too bad. You're still.
We're gonna slam you, buddy. I'm sorry, buddy.
I'm gonna make him watch this. So.
Oh my God!
Philip.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. That kid freaking out. I thought he was going to freak out, and he kept saying,
Oh my God! Oh my God!
dude, it was ruthless. That's right. The leader of the corn children
Lord.
was cowering
Someone
in his
else needs
seat.
to take
In
over,
fact, he
like,
didn't.
seriously.
He didn't even watch most of it.
He covered his eyes.
He covered his
Like,
head a
and
lot.
he admits it too.
Yeah, he'll admit it. Yeah, he's this ain't like he's like no. He'll I don't know if he'll admit it on the show or not, but he admitted it when we got out there.
Very much.
So Bill, like, buddy, I'm sorry I threw you on the bus there, but yeah, dude, you definitely you freaked out.
Now
But
you
yeah.
might never be on the show again.
He was like, oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! I don't like it! I don't like it!
So good stuff. So yes, but yeah. So Mama,
Cousin
check it
and
out.
dog.
So Billy,
Just watch.
or sorry, Mama, definitely check it out. Definitely
So
recommend
Billy,
it.
definitely check it out.
Yeah, no, I think the 2 movies I've seen so far this year, yeah, it's definitely better of the 2. Texas Chainsaw. So yeah, so let's get to some comments, shall we? Now, 13 Wolfman, I've been chatting with him, actually by email, just saying.
No,
And Facebook, we've been chatting a lot.
With this person.
So, anyways, 13 Wolfman, he's like, I know you got a list of movies, which I do, that, we've been going down. But he has some requests for some movies to review, and he hit me up with 4 of them right here.
Wait, who?
13
Okay,
Wolfman.
I wasn't paying
So, he hit me up with, he wanted me to review Subspecies. Yeah, no, wow, that's not even it. Yeah, here we go. I had the list that he gave you guys on the back
No.
here. Not Subspecies. He had Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers, Deadly Blessings, Deadly Friend, and Dark Knight of the Scarecrow. So I'll be honest with you, I don't own a single one of these. I will hunt them down, and guess what? Boom, we will definitely review these in the future. So thank you, 13 Wolfman. I appreciate that. Now we got another guy hit me up. He has not hit me up before yet, and he had a non-horror question. It was Dustin Lee Johnson. Yeah, don't know who this guy is. Hit me up with this thing though. And he's like, I guess he watched the show. Kind of shocked I didn't like Texas Chainsaw, really. But he did ask me what I thought about The Hobbit. Not horror at all, but actually, me and Maya checked this out. Actually, this was actually one of
The Hobbit?
Yeah, The Hobbit.
That's not a very good name for a movie.
Well, it's Lord of the Rings, and that's what the race of like the little people, like you guys, hobbits.
Like my dad.
Or yeah, there it is.
The
So yeah, the Hobbit. So, anyways, my review of the Hobbit is, if I just gave a little quick review, is in all honesty, when I watched Fellowship of the Rings, I was just bored, and this is even when I was like in the movies. I just thought it was just a long, and I'm just like, it's just too much character development, all that stuff. I did not like Fellowship of the Ring, and I went on to watch Two Towers and Return of the King, love them both. It was years later that I actually bought the 3 of them at like Black Friday. Bought them for like $1 something a piece. The entire trilogy, 2 discs. I was like, got really lucky. Rewatched Fellowship, thought it was awesome. And it actually it's my favorite of the 3 now. Like, it's just brilliant. The Hobbit is kind of like that, where it is just a lot of like setup. We're introduced to the characters. So, and I don't know. I'll be honest with you. It was good. But it wasn't that high on the list. I'll be honest with you. It was a little slow at times. The fact that it's just a bunch of freaking dwarfs. I was just like, really? Was it Snow White and the Huntsman? Which I know this has been around for, ever, but still I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like, I'll definitely check out the other 2, because they're doing the whole trilogy. This was The Hobbit, The Unexpected Journey. I will definitely check out the other 2, and I'll buy this later down the road. I'll definitely buy it for, bargain basement prices, but yeah, I will definitely check it out, and I'll be like, it'll probably be better second time around. But initially, it's kind of low on my list. It didn't even crack my top 10 of the 2012. That's just movies in general, not just horror movies. Just movies
Even though you saw like 900 movies, so.
I did see a lot of movies. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it wasn't. What about you, Maya? You saw Hobbit with me. What did you think of it?
It's good.
You did like it?
Yeah.
It was just a little. You wasn't bored with it?
Little
bored, a little slow. Everything I thought was kind of bad about was. Like, the Earth 3, the CGI is incredible. And that was like 2001, 2002, 2003, or 2004, whatever. Anyways, within the span of like 2, 3, 4 years, that was, over a decade ago. And they were incredible. It seems like here, weren't that great.
Because we expect more out of it. We expect it to be better.
Like, King Kong, I thought looked incredible. And I was expecting, I'm like, well, he did Lord of the Rings, King Kong should be, and it was. It lived up to this one, I don't know. I was not filmed CGI. So. Like, some of it was good. I won't deny that. But there's like the dragon. There's a dragon sequence. No, the ending. I won't say nothing about the ending, but the ending, like as you know, like the movie's done, and we're going to the next one, whatever. There's this one last little scene, and it just looks fake as shit. I'm like, really, we could have done this practically, and it would look good. But I don't know. But yeah, but The Hobbit, yeah. So yeah, Dustin, boom, there you go. And Andrew Beaver actually sent me a video, and he was wanting me to check out this dude did a video called Oscar Snubs of 2012, and it was actually like a tribute of like all these different movies that should have got Oscar nods or whatever. And he just wanted to know, he goes, I want to know what you think about this. And truthfully, yeah, I agree with a lot of those, but I don't really care for the Oscars. I'll tell you right now. I don't know, something about a group of people, just a bunch of old fucks that get together and they're just like, well, my friend did this movie, and it just seems like it's too inside. Now I hate the fact that it is prestigious, but at the same time, I will always throw that up. Like, I think everybody does this with the Oscars. Like, we hate the Oscars, but whenever, like, one of our favorites wins one, we're like, oh, well, he's an Oscar winner. So that's kind of like, I don't know, that's my thing. But that's kind of why I did the Fam Awards, because I feel like, at least with the Fam Awards, we all have a, say in what, gets nominated and what goes on. So that's kind of why I did that. So yeah, Oscars, I don't really, and Scream Awards are kind of the same way. Like, initially I thought I liked the Scream Awards. I like how it's done, but at the same time, I just don't like the fact that they always throw fantasy and sci-fi. They always like lump them together. Like, let's just throw all the genres together. I hate that. Horror only. That's what I'm about. Horror. I like other movies. I'll watch other movies, but here, horror. So yeah, yeah. So
I think you say horror, and then I get confused. I'm like, what?
What?
When you say horror, it sounds
like
like
a $20 one.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's all good. They know what I'm saying. I don't want to throw like a horror, I don't want to make it too silly. Horror,
Sounds like you're saying horror.
$20 horror. So anyways, yes.
$20 horror.
But thank you guys. So I appreciate that. So yeah, you guys want to leave comments, questions. Once again, don't have to be horror related. Those last 2 were not. So yeah, anything you guys want to do.
Okay, 13th Wolfman was saying he never knows what to ask. Just look around your house and be like, oh, wonder what he likes in this type of thing. Like, what kind of chairs do you use?
That'd be the most boring question.
The fold-up kind. I don't know. Just a fold
Well, maybe you shouldn't just ask anything. I mean, yeah, but anyone else.
Ask anything you possibly can. Literally have a list of like 40 questions.
If you got questions for any of my
Ask them all.
co-stars here, you know, who
I
got
will
maybe
answer
questions.
anything.
Yeah, she'll answer
I
anything.
enjoy answering
Maya won't answer
questions.
anything. The corn show
What
won't
is
answer
the
anything.
answer to life? 42.
That's the answer, 42?
Yeah, actually it is.
Oh, did
It's
not
the
know
answer
that.
to life, the universe, and everything else.
42 for all three of them, or?
All of it.
Oh, wow. Did not know that. So
It's
there you
on
go.
Google.
Did not know that. All
It
right.
seriously says it on Google.
Now, what if you asked Jeeves, what would it be?
Jeez. Probably 42.
But you don't know. We need to find this out. That's
Yes.
our research. I will get every search engine and just type in what is the meaning of life, the
Or-
universe,
yeah.
and everything, and then see what we get.
42.
42.
Well, that's at least what it says on Google. Because Google's awesome. Like, if
Google is like the number one right there. That is boom. But yeah,
Listen,
so you know how to hit me up. Video
No,
responses.
you
Oh, I
apparently
feel like I
don't
already
know
video
how to hit me
responses.
up.
Of course,
You apparently
down
don't know
below,
how to
my
hit
fan
it up
friends
because
on Facebook,
we only
hit me
get
up over
like
there.
one video
Leave me a
response
sub
a
at
week.
gmail.com.
We only get like 1 to
And of
2.
course,
This week we
personal
got 2
messages,
video
so
responses. There is no
boom.
such thing as any of those that he just said. There is only video response. You guys need to get this through your thick
Boom.
head.
So there you guys go. So thank you guys again. So what do you guys say we get some reviews, shall we?
It's my
Now,
favorite time.
I'm just gonna go ahead and start out of the way now. I'm just safe to assume that you guys have not seen Bay of Blood or The Monster, right?
No.
No. Bay of Blood or The Monster? How do
She
you get
probably
phones?
has.
And the corn children. What? You got reception in the cornfield? This. Okay,
Reception.
make sure. So, anyways, okay, we're gonna start off with 1971. Mario Bava's Bay of Blood. All right, I didn't even know what to expect from this. In fact, I was actually trying to find Twitch of the Death Nerve, and I came across Bay of Blood, which is the same movie, just alternate titles. In fact, it has several other titles too. I'm sure one of them was actually Last House on the Left too. I'm pretty sure. I could have sworn I seen that as one of the alternate titles. I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, I'm watching this movie. What the basic premise is you know, up there on this bay, there is a plot of land, and basically after this person dies, it's kind of just up in the air. They don't know who's going to inherit it, or they know who's going to inherit it, but now like, everybody seems to be kind of vying for this plot of land. Now, once again, I'm really behind my Italian horror, giallos and whatnot, and so I literally know, once again, the fan's a poser. I'm always the first one to admit that. Like, you know, I know my horror, and even if I haven't seen it, I know it, but you know, I haven't seen it yet. So I'm checking it out, and yes, it definitely has a lot of elements of giallo to it, but it's almost like the first slasher movie. It's 1971, and this literally follows the slasher formula, like almost to a T. And dude, I was actually really surprised by this. I thought it was damn good. Yeah, I mean, what to say? I mean, I thought the music was really good. The direction I wasn't big on, but I'm told that's what Mario Bava's like direction is. Like, I guess like that is like quintessential Bava right there. Because he does a lot of like out of focus. Like he'll like kind of zoom in out of, and I'll focus on you, and then it will zoom back out somewhere else kind of thing. I got kind of distracting after a while. But then of course, you know, he does the close-ups of like, you know, the eye looking at you, and of course the black blood. That's his giallo, you know, trademarks right there. But the thing that caught me really off guard, because I actually remember hearing that, like, there's a scene in Friday the 13th Part 2 where there's a couple, they're having sex on the bed, and Jason comes in with a spear and just boom. And I even mentioned on our top 3 favorite death scene. That's one of my favorites. I just love that scene. It's done in this one. Oh my god! And it is so much better than the Friday 13th, because Friday 13th came out like, what, 81, 82?
Yeah.
This one, so it predates like 10 years. And dude, it is so much better, dude. And he, sure enough, same thing, couple having sex. But it's so much bloodier and gorier, and oh my god. The opening caught me off. Also, the opening was incredible, because it starts off like a standard giallo, and there's a dude who, there's a woman in a wheelchair, and dude, she gets strung up and killed and everything else. And then it reveals the killer, because normally in these movies you don't know who the killer is till the end. And so right off the bat,
Are you talking about Do You Think Go to Hell?
Not at all. Not at all.
Because at one part you said about something about the dates and...
Oh, Friday 13th Part 2, yes. I did part 2, but no, not Jason Goes to Hell, but no. But you're paying attention.
That's the one thing she has seen.
Yeah. So anyways, but then you reveal the killer there, and I'm like, wow, that's kind of weird. You don't normally do this. But then that dude gets killed, and I'm like, yes. And now it goes from there.
Dexter style stuff.
Do what?
Dexter style stuff.
Yeah. Oh, Yeah, kind of. I mean, there's some cool like
Killer killing a killer.
Yeah, killing the killer. A lot of death scenes are really good here. One girl gets like a blade in the neck and she's running like a hook, like it. Oh, shows that.
Does she die?
Dude gets a.
Nope,
Oh yeah,
not at all.
yeah, for sure. Dude, this is also another scene I took from Friday 13. Dude gets a hatchet right in the face, and that looks awesome. Yeah, the special effects were really good. I mean, there are some that are just a little cheesy, but for the most part, solid. And there are a lot of twists and turns in this movie alone. And I wouldn't really say twist, it's more just like reveals. Like, as the story goes on, you just kind of learn more. And then you at one point, you kind of think, like, okay, this person's clearly the killer. And then it's not. Like, it goes over here, and you're like, well, maybe it's these people. And this kind of, it twists and turns so much. And people are, like, everybody's screwing everybody over. And anyways, I mean, I'm not going to lie, it's a lot of turns for me to even try to break down here. Because, I mean, I always try to get the show going. But at the end, it's like this couple make it out with the deed in a way. Because that's what, it comes down to greed. It's not even like any kind of, like, we're pissed. No, it's just like they want the land. It comes down to this couple that kind of survived the whole thing. And their kids gun them down. Their own kid. It's so bizarre. You're like, what just happened? Literally, you see the gun, bam, bam, both parents drop. And you don't notice the kid, you just see the gun, you're like, who's left? And then it shows these two kids. And you see them early in the movie.
Like, how old kids?
Corn children age. Bam, bam, and then they drop the gun and they go play. They go frog, and it's like this happy music. And then re-roll credits. I'm like, that's awesome. Like, I love that ending. It's just
That
so
is awesome.
crazy. Yeah, see, she
That
likes
is
it.
awesome that little kids know how to do a gun.
There you go. See, there you go. I wouldn't say that outside of the cornfield, but yes, you're right. But yes, no, yeah, loved it. I highly recommend it. Now, once again, it is known as like several things. There's actually like the original Italian name, which I'm not even going to try to pronounce. There's also, but it's known also as Bay of Blood, Twitch of the Death Nerve, probably a million other things. Just type in Bay of Blood, and yeah, you'll find it. So, yeah, highly recommend it. Definitely check it out. It's dubbed. I know some people just hate dubbed, but what are you going to do, really? So anyways, moving on. Now, the next one come to 1925. Lon Chaney, movie called The Monster. Basic premise here is, people go missing. And so this guy decides he's going to go check it out. He's going to be like his own detective. And he goes to basically investigate this. I know, the graveyard's really noisy. Anyway, he goes to investigate, and his investigation leads him to this sanitarium. And insane asylum, and he's trying to find out, where this doctor's missing. All right, now the thing I did not know going into this movie, I kind of heard it kind of was, but then when I watched it, I forgot. It's kind of a horror comedy, but I'm not gonna lie, it's boring as shit. Like on any level, horror, comedy, whatever, just really boring. I was nodding off during this thing. I'm not joking. I was literally just doing this thing. And it wasn't because it was silent. I love silent movies. I just named off 3 damn good ones that I don't care if there's noise or not. I can, dude, this was just flat out. Now, there was one bad thing about this movie. The version I saw had no audio soundtrack to it at all. It was silent. Just silent. So, that probably didn't help any. Because I got one Hitchcock movie. I can't remember which one it is now, but it's a silent one. Maybe Murder. And anyways, it's, there was no effing noise to it either, so, yeah. Anyways, no, it tried to be a comedy. It was, like, the only thing that's kind of cool was, basically, and I'm just going to go ahead and just throw the twist out there right now, and this has been done several times since then, but, like, basically the inmates took over the asylum. And they hid the doctors there, and then they would basically have this record where they just kidnap people for whatever reason and then throw them down there. Lon Chaney plays like the head guy, like the leader of the gang or whatever. There was a couple of the little henchmen of his that were kind of creepy. There's one guy that's like always in a good mood and laughs. I can't remember the name. And then of course there was like this dude who looked like an executioner. He had like a hood. He almost like Igor and executioner like combined. And he looked kind of creepy. Other than that, though, the movie it failed on so many levels for me. I did not care for it at all. I thought it was boring. It wasn't funny. It wasn't scary. It picks up. The movie's like an hour. We're going to say an hour and 25 minutes, maybe an hour and 35 minutes. It literally only picks up about an hour into it. So literally, as the movie's already about done, that's when it picks up. Because it's like, they go into this insane asylum, and the whole thing is like, why don't you just walk out the fucking door? But that place is booby-trapped, but poorly done. Like, it's almost like a cartoon booby-traps. Like, I don't know. I can't. It was just bad deal. So I'm saying personally, you can pass them on. Like I normally say, like watch everything and form your own opinion. I'm saying you can pass on the monster. Boom. So that's my review there for the monster. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Bay of Blood, check it out. Monster. Yeah. So yeah. So you guys got anything else to say?
No.
Misery, Maya,
I have to pee.
Lady,
No.
Natalie, nothing. All right. Well, I'm Moose Phantom, and I'm out of here. So I want to thank my guests for being here, and boom. We'll catch you guys later. Get the hell out of the way.
Walk around next
Oh
time.
my God.
Yeah.
No.